Okay, many of you have submitted the files. Let's check that. And Ajay, please try to submit this in a single file. Okay, you have created separate files for all the drawings. Just submit this all in a single file. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know whose is this. You can just check. I know you know which is your drawing. So make sure this is not perfect because you have not created over here a tangent line. Okay, this is not a tangent line. From this join only you can understand if this is a tangent line or not. So just check it. This is not a tangent line. Okay, over here also this is also not a tangent line. The same thing over here. You have picked the quadrant points and not created a tangent lines. So make sure these two lines are tangent lines. Okay, the shape is also gone out of shape because you can see this is somewhat coming inside. No, this is not what I thought. It should be a straight line and then a curve. And this is, I think, so created with something else. Okay, but yeah, the shape also, it should be a straight line joining over here. So have a check of that. Okay, whoever has created this. Yeah, on this you have a tangent line created. Perfect in this, no problem. Over here this is wrong. This is again created as an uh, interior circle. Okay, that is not a circumference, so make sure this. Okay, this is an inscribed circle. Polygon is created by having an inscribed. It should be circumscribed. So you can see the distance is 22.517 and the distance given is 26. So this is not created perfectly. This also distance from here to here should be 6. It is given as 8.771. This is, so this is also wrong. Please check that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Who has created this? That's good. Perfect. Yeah, this one is also good. Okay, good. Check this distance. Okay, whose file is this? Just check this distance. This is showing 20, it should be 30. Okay, so you can see over here it is given as 30, not as 20. So this distance should be 30 at all places. This is also 30. This line is not being tangent. Just check that as well. I hope you people are able to identify your own files. So make sure the lines are tangent. That is also a mistake. Problem over here. That is also not a problem. Okay. Perfect. No problem with this as well. Uh, just check this curve. It is not a lot of smooth curve. Okay, whatever the line is coming straight down over here is a lot excess, and I think the circle radius has become very much small. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So who's this? Just check that this radius has become very much small. So that is why your line is extending too much, a lot downwards. So just have a check in this. Okay, this has also become wrong over here. You can see the distance should not be 4 from here to here. The distance was somewhat around 3.75, I think. Yeah. So half of 7.5, it should become 3.75 over here. That is given as 4. So that's also a mistake in this. So have a check whose is this. Last one. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so I hope you have identified your drawings and checked it. Okay, so just make the corrections and no need to submit it again. Just for your sake, just make the corrections in it and try it. If you don't get it, let me know. Anyone else is having any doubts or any questions? For the Saturday, Sunday, I'll give you more for the practice. This type of are only there. It will not be for the assignment, but it is a part of practice files. Okay, so you have to just practice it. Any questions or any doubts?
No,
Okay,
sir.
I'll be giving this for your practice. Okay, they are also using the similar commands, not a big difference. Some are simple, some are difficult. This one you create with the help of offsetting. Okay, this one you have to create with the help of offsetting. I'm just giving you clue for that. So create this with the help of offsetting. This one is there then. and this one. Okay, so these are for your practice. I'll be uploading at the same place. Now if you don't know where I upload the things, I'll just show you again. So in the teams we have our batch Phoenix, and that we have student task. Just click on files over here, and in the given task you can go to AutoCAD, and you can see over here the task. The new folder will be by the name of practice files. Okay, I think so. Yeah, Fahad has duplicated this. I'll just delete all these things. Make sure you don't paste anything over here. Okay, in the submitted task you're going to submit your files. Those who have not submitted, try to submit it by tomorrow afternoon. Okay, now let's come back over here. So just a quick recap what we did yesterday. Can anyone tell?
So we discussed about the layers and layer properties.
Okay, what are the things we discussed regarding layers?
Sir, we discussed about the freeze, plot, and lock, and line types, and line width display,
Okay, anything
and
else?
layer filter properties.
Yeah, how to group them together. So can we turn off the current layer?
No, sir.
Okay, and what about freezing the current layer? Can we freeze the current layer?
I think no, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other answers for these two questions? Yes, Nivedita, Nawaz. Yeah, we have
Yes, sir.
done this
We can,
yesterday
we,
only.
yes, sir. We can freeze the current layer. I think so.
We can freeze the current layer. Okay. Shubham, what do you think?
Yes, sir, we can see it.
We can freeze the current layer. Okay. We have done yesterday only. You are not able to tell the answers. Samir, can you answer that?
So we can turn off the current layer, but we can't freeze it.
Yeah, perfect. So we can turn off the current layer, but we cannot freeze the current layer. Okay. So this is the thing. Just try it out. You'll understand. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to see all the options remaining for the layers. So if you see over here, turn on and off, those things are remaining. Isolate, okay, isolate layers, unisolate layers, freeze all the layers, okay, or the selected layers, throw all the layers together, lock it, unlock it, and over here we have make current and we have match layer option. After that, if you drop down this, again you have some options over here. We have over here new layer state, manage layer states. So what are those things? So let's see that today. So I'll just open a file where I can show you everything properly. Okay, so over here we'll be seeing all that options now. So you can see over here the grids. Yeah. So you are having different layers over here. Red text, you are having cyan hatch, then dim, def points, climb, zero. Zero and def points are your default layers. These are your created climb and all these things. Okay, so first option over here, first is turn off the layers of a selected object. So you can either select object and then click over here turn off, okay, and or either you can just click over here and the green is turned off, okay, dimensions. So to turn it on, you can just turn on all layers, okay. Now what happens is that you do over here manually, okay. So clicking over here, turning off, turning off, turning off. So current layers, see, the current layer will be turned off. So current layers are turned off, but it gives you a pop-up. So I have turned it off. So this is how it works. Now I have turned off 3 layers, and if you want to turn it on again, you have to click 3 times. So instead of that, you can just come over here, click on turn all layers on. That's it, you're done. If you want to turn off many layers, so I'll just select this option. After that, I'll just go on selecting what I want to turn off. Okay, so if I want to turn this off, I want to turn this off. You can just see, I can go on selecting. Okay, this way you can, and again just click on turn all layers on. You have all the layers back. After that, we have isolate option. So what happens? So when I click on isolate and I pick this layer and give space, so you can see only this layer is visible, others all are hidden. So that is your isolate option. This is about just the layers, not about objects. Isolate objects is somewhat different and isolate layers is somewhat different. So coming over here, if you want to isolate objects, so let's say this is the square or a rectangle. Let's say this is a polyline over here, and I say isolate, ISO. Now this is about isolate objects. Okay, can you see over here? Only this object has been isolated, and if I want to bring it back, uniso. And again we have layer ISO option. Layer ISO is for isolating the layer, complete layer. So if I select this layer, give space, the layers are isolated over here. So these are the two different things, isolation of layer and isolation of objects. So if I want to unisolate, so I have to give LAY first and then uniso. And you can see everything is unisolated. So the same things can be done from here, isolate and unisolate. Okay. After that, we have freeze over here. So click on freeze and you can just go on picking the layers that you want to freeze. So you can see I can just pick over here and the layers have been freezed. Instead of going over here and clicking select, you can directly select the objects from here and that layers will be freezed. Now instead of clicking each time and unfreezing this or thawing this, I can just come over here and say thaw all the layers. So all layers has been thawed. After that, we have same for the locking. So lock, I can just go on picking which layers I want to lock and come over here, lock, again select this, lock. Okay, this way I can lock and unlock all at a time. So just click over here, unlock, and you can just make a selection of this layers. So it is not unlocking all the layers at a time. Let's look. Okay, so we don't have an option to unlock all the layers at a time. It is just unlocking one at a time. Okay, so unlock the layers and you can just simply click unlock. Okay, after that we have option of make current. Now what is make current? See, most of the times if there are too many layers, like yesterday I had shown you a project, so in that 20 to 30 layers were there, you don't know each layer which is it. Okay, and let's say you have to create something in this dimension layer, you don't know, you don't have to go and check everything. So just click on this make current and select this. That's it, your dimension layer has become current. So if I click on this make current option, if I select a red object over here, you can see this layer has become current. So that is your make current option. So if I want this hatching layer to be current, I'll click on this and you can see hatch layer has become the current layer for it. So this way you can use make current option. After that we have is match layer option. Now match layer we'll see later on with the help with the same as match properties, because we have to compare match layer and match properties how it works. So match layer we'll be seeing later on. Any questions in this options? Yes, does anyone have any questions in these options that we have seen right now? Okay, next I'll just pin over here. Now over here we have another option that is previous. So if you have to make changes what was done before, so you can just go on undoing the things, and you can see I had logged before. So undo options for the layers only, okay, not of deletion of object or anything, just of layers. So that is your make your changes undo, okay, whatever you have done. So that can be done with this option also, okay. So this way it works. After that we have option over here is change to current layer. Changes the layer property of a selected objects to a current layer. If you find objects that were created on the wrong layer, you can quickly change them to on the current layer. So let's see over here. I created something in dimension. After that, this is our current layer. Come over here, just make it, select this, select this, select this, give space, and you can see this is immediately changed to the current layer. Okay, so by mistakenly you created this object in another layer and afterwards you realize it should be changed. So you can just simply select all the objects from here, give the option that is change to current layer, click all these things and just make the changes. So this is what is changed to current layer option. After that you have is copy objects to new layer. Now what happens, just see over here when you copy the things. So let's say I copy this plan A over here and this over here. When I make a copy of this, you can see when I copy the things, they are still in the same layer. Can you see? They are in the same layer. The layer has not changed while copying, but this options allow you to change the layer also when you are copying the things. Now let's see how to do that. So click on this. Now it says that select objects to copy. So these are my objects to copy. Okay, I have selected the object, give space. Now after that it says select object on destination layer. Now let's say I want to have this in green layer. So you can see I have given the green layer. Now it asks me to give a base point. So I'll pick any base point over here. I'll just give this as a base point and I will move it to the side. And you can see the original remains in the same layer, but the new copy that I created of it is changed to another layer. Is that clear?
Sir,
Yes,
once more.
sir.
This.
Yeah, once more we'll do this. So when we are copying the things, we want to change the layer also of that objects. Okay, when we are copying this object, we want to change the layer also while copying it. So over here we have option copy objects to new layer. So I'll select this and let's say I want to copy this text E plan E, and from here let's say section EE. I want to copy this. So I have selected objects space. Now it says that to which layer you want to copy. This time let's say I want to copy it to hatch layer. Okay, so I'm selecting object of hatch layer. I've done. Now it asks me for a base point, so I'll give over here a base point and I'll just move it or copy it over here, and you can see the original remains as it is and the copy I created, you can see, is copied to hatch layer. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next we'll take layer ISO in another file, that is your layer walk, not layer ISO, layer walk in another file. So coming over here, next option is viewport freeze in all viewports except current. So this we'll see at the time of viewports only. We'll not see this over here. After that, we have a merge option. Yeah. Now the merge option is that you can merge two layers into one. Okay. So let's do it. So click on this merge option. Now to select object on layer to merge. Okay. So I'm selecting this object first. So it says cannot merge current layer. So I'll just change this layer to somewhat 0 and now I will try it. So click on over here, select this, done. I'm selecting next, give space. Now this is the target layer, and yes, and your text layer is permanently deleted, and the new layer is a common layer, that is hatch layer. Okay, so all the objects in the text layer has been converted to a hatch layer. I'll just show you again. So see over here, this is the layer. Okay, that is your text layer. So if I bring this down, you can see a text layer over here. This layer I want to merge into hatch layer. So this is your hatch layer, that is in cyan color. Okay, so you can see over here, cyan color over here, we are having the layer. I want to merge this. So when I merge this, all the objects in this layer will be converted to hatch layer, and your layer that is in red, that is text layer, will be deleted. So I click over here, I select this, and this time give space, and after that select the cyan layer, and it will ask you, do you wish to continue? I'll say yes, and you can see text layer is deleted and only hatch layer exists. So this two has been merged into one as hatch layer. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And the last one I told you yesterday only. So this is your delete layers or purge it. So directly you can select this, and you can see it is deleted, and the hatch layer over here will also go deleted. I'll give just space, yes, and you can see hatch layer is deleted over here. That is completely gone. All the objects in that layer is also deleted. Okay, this way your delete option works. Now after that we have something called as new layer state and manage layer states. So what is over here manage layer states? So you know we created layer states manager. It is the same manage layer states over here that you open from layer properties. Over here you have a layer states manager. So creating new and this option. Now remaining is over here new layer state. Now what is layer states? So let's say you make something freeze. Okay, so let's say dimensions I have freezed over here. Okay, I don't want dimension layers to be shown, and I'll just reset to original everything. Okay, now let's say dimensions layer we are going to freeze. It has current, just a minute. Yeah, dimension layers we are freezing. Okay, perfect. Now this can be saved as a layer state. So I'll say new layer state, and I'll give this as, let's say, okay. So I have created a layer state that is known as Phoenix. In that Phoenix layer state, what happens is that dimensions are hidden. After that, I'll turn on dimensions, and I'll freeze text, and let's say I freeze the client. I freeze the client layer. Okay, and only this is visible. I'll just call this as new layer state again, and I will see this is as Phoenix 2. Okay, now I can easily switch between this. Can you see in the Phoenix 1 dimensions is hidden, in the Phoenix 2 your text and your client layer is hidden. So I can just shift over here in between. So Phoenix, drop down this Phoenix 2. Okay, is that clear? So you can create like this layer states that can be used again and again, instead of going each time over here and freezing it and unfreezing it. Instead of that, you can just create different layer states. Okay, is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's look the last option that was remaining, layer walk. So I'll just open another file for it. Okay, now over here you can see there are too many layers. So if I drop this down, you can see more than 20 layers are over here. Okay, so how layer walk option helps? So if I click on layer walk, you can see over here all the layers. So in this, what I can do is I can just select one layer. So only that layer is displayed in this window. So you can see door opening, this, okay. Whatever layer I select, only that layer is shown. If I select 2 3 layers, so let's say I select this layer, so all these layers are just shown in the window in the model space. So this is your layer walk option. Now let's say you are unable to identify which is which layer and you want to know, so everything is in white and you are not able to identify any layer. So I'll just first turn on all the layers. So 0, shift, last, you can see all the layers are turned on. After that, what you have to do is click over here, select objects, go over here, and let's say I don't know what is the layer of this circle, so I'll select this one. After that, I don't know what is the layer of this text, so I'll select this one. And let's say for this text also, I don't know which is the layer, I'll select. After you select which layers you want, give space. Once you give space, over here you can see in the blue it is highlighting which layers have been selected. Okay, so in the blue you can see over here which layer it is, and only that layers are visible. So you can see PDF text layer for this text, and this is above BG above, so that is your column above this you are having for the footing. So this is how it works. Okay, is the layer walk option clear to everyone, or any questions in that?
Sir, can you repeat this?
Yeah. So what happens is that, see, these too many layers are there and all the layers are in white color. Okay, you can see over here. I'll just delete this. I'll close continue. Okay. So over here you can see all the layers are white. How can you identify which is which layer? If you drop down this, are you going to easily find out the layers? Okay, so that is the problem. Okay, of course you can just select the object, then you can get the layer over here, but instead of that you want to know multiple layers. Okay, so which is this text layer, which is this layer, you want to know multiple layers which are there, and you want only that to be visible. Then how to do it? So that is why you have a layer walk option. So you can click on layer walk over here, and I can just pick what I want is necessary. So if I select this one, select objects, and let's say only I want the grids visible, I'll select this, give space. Okay, now you can see only the grid layer I have got it, and I will say close now. I'll say continue, and now only grids are visible over here, nothing else is visible, only grids are visible. Okay, I hope you are getting the point now. And
Okay,
all the
sir.
other layers, you can see they are turned off. You want to turn it on, just come over here and say turn on all the layers. All the layers will be turned on. Okay, so coming back now, just open another project. Now we have to see what are properties. Okay, so I'll just create some layers. Load some line types over here. See, whether it's continuous. Okay,
So this is what I have created. If you want to give different line weights as well, I can give line weights also. Now let me draw some objects. Okay, so we have created this tree and anything else remaining green, and create an ellipse for the green. Okay, so this is what we have created. Now what happens is that this is due to the layers. Okay, whatever effects you see, so if I select this green, you can see in the green layers we are having a dash line. So the green, it is showing in this way, but this can be overridden. Okay, even if it is having a green layer, the properties of it can be overridden individually. Okay, so if I even create a circle in the green, only this circle, if I want to change, I can come over here and make the changes. So this is override of properties. Okay, individually you are just changing it. So you can see over here I created blue for it. I can make it yellow also. Just select this, say yellow. Okay, so different kinds of color you can give, you can change it. So you can see by layer the thickness is somewhat different. It is not showing over here. Let's see, line weight display is turned on or off. So it is off, just make it on. You can see. Okay, so individually I can change whatever the thickness of the line is there. That also I can change over here. You can see, if I want more, you can make it more. Okay, so individually you can make the changes of it instead of having it by layer. So you can see it is showing default. You can change the line type also. Instead of having by layer, you can see I can make dot lines as well. So these are the properties that can be overridden. Okay, you can change the transparency also of it individually. So select this, come over here, change the transparency. That's it. You can see over here the transparency. So this way you can make an individual changes to whatever objects we want, and that will be reflected exactly in the properties window also. So if you press Ctrl 1, you can see in the properties that color, layer, everything. Layer is still the green because it exists in this layer only, but for the properties, if you look, the line type scale, the line type, you can make the changes accordingly. The line weight, the transparency is 0. So even if the layer transparency is something different, your transparencies can be different for different objects. So these are your individual properties that you can make changes to. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now just see what are the options of match layer and what is the options of match properties and what is the difference between these two. So let me create some objects. I'll say everything as by layer. Select this first and then say by layer. Over here everything is now by layer. The same thing, I'll just create a rectangle over here. Okay. Transparency of this, let me check in the layer properties. So the 0 over here. Perfect. Now this is about your by layer. Okay, and the same I'm going to copy up, and I'm going to change for this individually. Instead of having by layer, I'm going to make the changes to properties. So 1.40 mm, line type is going to be dots, and transparency is going to be 46. Okay, and the color of it is going to be yellow, let's say. Okay, so this is what I have. Now first is match layer. So if I click on match layer, it says that select object. So let's say I select this green object, give space. After that, what should be the object of destination layer? So I'm selecting this. As soon as I select this, you can see this one has been changed into your original layer properties. Okay, so that's it. So this is how your match layer works. Again, I'll just show you. Let's say this rectangle I want to convert into green layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to match layer. I'm going to select the rectangle first, give space, and after that I'm going to select this green layer object, and you can see the changes made accordingly. Okay, this is your match layer. Now when you are matching the properties, this is somewhat different. Okay, so I'll click on match properties option. First I'll select source object. So this is my source object and this is my destination object. So you can see as soon as I hover over this, this is being changed and give space. Now over here you can see the same, all the properties that were for this object has been applied to this object. But instead of this, if I would have done match layer over here, so this is of layer red and this is of layer green. If I would have done match layer, so match layer, this is the object I want to convert and give space. I'm selecting this object. Can you see the properties were not copied? Okay, the layer was only copied over here. So that is your match layer option. So when you give the command match layer, it will just copy the layers. It will not copy all the properties. But when you give match properties, it will copy the properties as well as layer. Okay, is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is the difference between your match layer and match properties option. So any questions or any doubts from your side of what we have seen today?
Sir, in match properties, it will change the color also.
Yes, it will change the color whatever is there. So it will take all the properties also, and it will take layer also. So
And
just
it will
you,
change everything, include a color and
yeah,
properties.
yeah, yes, including everything it will change. So you can
But
see
in
one
match, but in match layer, it will change only color.
only layer, only layer,
Okay.
this layer whatever is there.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else is having any doubts? Okay, so that's it for today. We wanted to start Hatch, but Hatch will take a lot of time. So Monday we'll start with Hatch. After Hatch, we'll see this dimensions, how to start dimension, giving the dimensions, what are the different things in annotation parts. So that is what we'll be seeing over there. So we'll meet on Monday at the same time. Let me take your attendance.
So does
And
we need to upload the task, practice task?
no, no, no. You don't need to upload it. Just practice it for yourself. If you have any questions in that, you can ask me.
Okay.
Sir, uh,
Yes.
sir, I'm not getting this type a command option at the bottom. How can I get that?
Which you are not getting?
Sir, type a command option that comes below in AutoCAD.
Command prompt you are not getting?
Yeah, yeah.
Just share your screen and show me. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Is it available in view that we can turn on or turn off?
You need to check it, just a minute. The view. I don't seem so. Can you just share your screen? I can see what is happening exactly.
I'll check it, sir. I'll check it once and then get back to you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, let me take the attendance. Divya,
Present, sir.
Ajay,
Yes, sir.
Sameer,
Yes, sir.
Pavan, Asif,
Yes, sir.
Nawaz is there, Nivedita is there, Shubham is there, Giteshwari, Aisha, Akash, Minu, Riaz, Fahad,
Yes, sir.
Soleha, Soumya Devi, okay. I want someone to wait for the individual call. Just give me a second. Nawaz is there? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wait for the individual call. Others can leave. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.